A flood is coming. A flood is coming. I can only imagine, Lisa, how many times Noah shouted that to the people in his generation, trying to get their attention.
But today, maybe we better be shouting, "The flood is here!" It may not be a literal flood of water, but there is a flood of sin, lawlessness, and confusion all around
that's
us.
Exactly the way it feels right now.
Something is terribly wrong that is making it harder and harder to live a godly Christian life as individuals and making it extremely difficult to hold our Christian families together with everyone serving Jesus.
Hi, we're Doug and Lisa Cherry, founders of Frontline Family Ministries, and we're so glad you want to know more about Project 7000. Lisa and I and our kids have been traveling and speaking in dozens of churches and parent seminars and youth events every year, and we've heard the cry for help.
But Doug, we've also encountered hope. For you see, across our land today, there is a remnant of people who are still standing for God and His ways.
Well, that's not surprising, Lisa, because when you look through history, you see that in every generation, no matter how bad or how dark things got, no matter what kind of persecution broke out, God has always preserved a remnant that doesn't bow their knee to the cultural false gods. That's where we get our name, Project 7000. It comes right from the Scriptures, Lisa, found in both 1 Kings and in Romans 11. Paul said in Romans 11:4, the words of the Lord, "I've kept for myself 7,000 who've not bowed the knee to Baal." And then he goes on and says the heart of God, in the same way, there's also come to be a remnant at the present time.
We're looking for that 7,000 today. Those who want to stand for God and not be moved. We could say it another way. We're looking for those who are ready to build an ark like Noah's family.
You mean like a boat in our backyard?
Well, not exactly. An ark building that would be a little different for us. We need a new form of preparation. For right now, the evidence suggests that we are not equipped as the remnant to stand strong. Doug, did you know that in America today, only 9% of all the adults, but only 1% of the young millennial age children, those are people between the ages of 10 to 30, so it's our kids, our teens, and our young adults, only 1% of them have a biblical worldview.
1%? That's an emergency. We know there's more than 1% sitting in our churches in America, and more than 9% of our adults go to church once a week. But Lisa, without a true biblical worldview, our people won't know how to reason or act out their faith in Christ.
So you mean they'll be swept away by the flood?
Exactly.
That's why we must do something significant right now. Project 7000 has 3 main goals. The first is to teach students, parents, grandparents, and leaders how to defend their faith and develop an authentic biblical worldview.
Secondly is to strengthen relationships in our families, because without healthy relationships, parents and grandparents will not be able to pass on to their kids an authentic faith.
And third, we want to lift up healthy role models for our kids and even for us parents as well. Project 7000 will build a team, because the truth is we are not alone.
We invite you to look over the tools that we've listed below. We've designed a simple set of effective strategies to support you with daily tips, weekly teachings, and updates. And we have a plan to help you and your family build an ark.
Will you join us? Sign up today if you're an individual, a family, or a church. We have a plan for you, and together we will be more than 7,000.